Hey, 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 everybody. Good morning. Good morning, mycology morning. Good morning, Michigan. Another beautiful day here. Nothing wrong with today out there. Let's do a flippy here and see if you guys see a little. There we go out the front office window. Pretty, pretty day. Got the old cottonwoods been flowering all week, all the way down the street. They almost look like cherry blossoms. God, it's just a beautiful. I've got a compliment yesterday on my street from someone. It was pretty darn cool. So, good morning, mycology morning. It's a beautiful day to be alive, Joey. Good morning, Richard. Good morning, everybody. I'm gonna ramp myself up to be in a good mood this morning because I wasn't when I first woke up. So, the good news is how we can change that. Like I woke up on the wrong side of the bed, even though my bed's against the wall. It's just the bottom line is I had a bad night. I'll share this a little bit later. We got some readings to cover, and if it gets around to it, I'm adjust my phone here. Good morning, Ariel. Good morning. They are your favorite people. This is a great group of people, man. Thought about it yesterday too. How cool it is to know that we're going to be here and see each other in the morning. Really does help me, you guys. Got to tell you, really does help me get my day going. Really, really does. So, yeah, I had baby Rhea. I woke up grumpy. I woke up grumpy as could be. We're gonna change that here this morning. I'm gonna ramp myself up. See what we can do about getting everybody fired up. Have a better day than this morning. Woke up, and as a result of, I'm gonna ramble for, give it 30 seconds. Get it off my chest. Get it out of here. Get it out of here. Had a confrontation yesterday online with people, with a guy, combination of people. And it was frustrating because I was doing everything internally to not go to an angry place or to get to a place where, you apologize, try to work things out. And when they just keep coming at you and just keep, like, they won't stop texting or they won't stop sending evil stuff at you. You're like, where do you go with this? I'm 1 minute away from blocking the people. But philosophically, I'm opposed to blocking somebody that doesn't like me. Just because you don't like me doesn't mean I can cut you off. You have a right to watch and see and do whatever. I'm not cutting people off because they don't like me. And so it was a weird situation where I want so bad to cut the guy off, but instead I just sat there and got this constant stream of abuse and handling it to the best of my ability till I finally, at one point last night, it's funny you say Taco Tuesday because I have something later to read about tacos. Oh, hold on to that. But so you guys just hammering me and hammering me and hammering me and won't stop as many times as I say, come on, can we just knock this off? And finally I snapped. Finally I went where I go. I was like, bro, we're going live with this. I have nothing to hide. Let's go to the split screen scene. Put me on the bottom, put you on whatever your thing is. And you know what it comes down to? I'm just going to give a base. I'm not going to get into the anonymity of the guys or anything, but you know what it comes down to is abusing the sacred stuff. That's what it comes down to. People they get frustrated, they get upset if they're not seeing pink elephants with sacred fruit. Well, you're talking to the wrong guy. Let's not get involved with me or even my group if it's all about pink elephants and what you're chasing. And I'm sorry that you didn't see pink elephants and it's got you pissed off, but that's not what this game was all about. Okay? So between you and me, that's what got me going. People want to see pink elephants over this stuff. And I think you know what I'm talking about. And instead, we see it changing lives one little pill or one little tub at a time. Medicine. And yeah, there are things with it and nobody's judging you. It's okay. And that's how it said, "Oh, once a year, have your spiritual series, your veladas, good. But don't get down on a guy. Don't spend your evening just being evil because you didn't see a pink elephant was something that you shouldn't have been trying to see it there in the first place." Okay, so I got that off my chest, and boy, it went for hours. And, just trying to walk the guy, trying to talk about it, trying to explain that, and it just, at a certain point, man, I lost it. Oh, you're recording, I'm recording, the guy's recording, illegally recording my phone calls. I go, there's nothing on phone calls I'm saying that I'll broadcast it to the moon. Good morning, Hella. Glad to see you. And we had a great conversation last night. And Hella, let me tell you something about that. If you guys want to go back and that's why I put a post on IG last night. Now I'm going to go just one more thing about this. Throw some likes up there, you guys, please. Just helps everybody. So yesterday, as this is going on, I'm like, this stuff is sacred to me. To me. It's sacred, and it has become sacred because I was a moneymaker, and it changed my life, and it's changing people I work with, and I help, and I love, and I like, and I get to know, changing lives, like so real, and that's why I get passionate. I'm sold out for it, a whole house dedicated to it, and then for people to turn around and stomp on it like they did Maria Sabina's hillside. Just stomping around looking for psilocybin to just go off and do crazy stuff with. It incenses me to that degree. It incenses me. So that's where we were yesterday. I got to that point. And then, so that's where I was talking about, to Hella. So I posted a deal like saying, if you're not understanding that this is sacred, is it really going to work for you? As if I'm trying to make a point. And then I spent the night just struggling with this whole thing. Hella had some great observations. She came back with some, at the end of the day, she taught me a big lesson last night. At the end of the day, she taught me a really neat lesson. It was 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm reading this stuff, and it's like, Pops, you know what you were trying to do? When you posted that and you're telling everybody it's sacred and you're trying to convince everybody, you know what you're doing, Pops? You're trying to prove you're right and everybody else is wrong. You're trying to put your judgment on everybody else. If they don't think it's sacred, that's their problem. That's their issue. It's okay. And I spent the night being like, I'm the right guy. And now I walked with, that's why I woke up grumpy, because I wasn't right. Even at the end of the day, even though I believed it was secret, even though I'm passionate, even though I 100% sold out, doesn't mean that I'm right. Doesn't mean that these people can't do whatever they want, and I have no right to tell anybody else how to live their life, what to do with it, how to experience whatever they choose to experience. And Hella kind of set me straight on that. She didn't know it, but she did. When she basically said, the shrooms don't know the difference. They're not sitting in judgment on anybody for what they're doing with them. She's right. That's my problem, and I got to straighten it out. So, what a good thing. Boom, that's off my chest. The bigger this gets, the harder it's going to be. It's true, Borg. It's true. Because they fly at you a little bit, but that's not the complaint. That's not the complaint at all. It was really what I walk away with after waking up this morning on the cranky side of the bed and spending an hour with myself is I was wrong. Even though I'm right, I'm wrong. You know what I mean? It's even though I believe my position is correct, even though I have passion for my belief in the sacredness of what I grow, that doesn't mean that I have the right for 1 second to take it any other level to any other person. That's the exact opposite of what I'm trying to preach to to the people that I hang out with. So, big lessons. Hours of getting beat up just to learn that you know what, have a lot to learn. It was excellent. I'm an outcast in this community because of my beliefs. Some people may start using it to party and then come to realize they may, and you know, but when you're using it to party, it was not the right patient for the medicine. Yeah, Ariel, that is basically what happened. At the end of the day, I'm just you know what, it wasn't, I'm sure the setting wasn't right. When you get a bunch of people, 5, 6 people around, and you're all going to take 5 or 6 grams of mushrooms together and have a mushroom party, and then you get mad because you're not seeing pink elephants. The whole group didn't see pink elephants, so there's something wrong with the fruit. I'm not sure that it was the fruit. Especially because the guy right next to you did it with the intention was right. He's like telling you it's the best thing he's ever done. So it's very, very awkward place to be. And yet you want to help people, and yet you want to make sure the guy's happy and satisfied and everybody walks away with a win. So it couldn't have been the fruit. You know, and it was set. It was just bizarro. Okay, Pops. But let that be a lesson for all of us, for me. But if I can make that apart for others, just tell you so. Hella, you taught me a big lesson, girl. Even at the end of the day, whether Pops feels something strongly or something, I don't have the right to pound it into you or to pound it into a social network or pound it somewhere else just because I have that. And then I spend the night dealing with it and then wake up in the morning and be cranky about it. That's the eye of the beholder holds the power to see the magic and learn about themselves. Tree, that's good. Tree, where you been? I like to see you here, Tree. We all have a lot to learn. Pops is, gosh, I have. Went to school last night and this morning. Big time. And we could go on and on about it, I suppose. There's no point I said what I had to say, but, and I didn't even mean to get off on that this morning, except that, okay, at the end of the day, you know, I'm tired of saying that at the end of the day. I have to get rid of that saying. I want to apologize to just the energy of the universe somehow, if I can put it that way, reel myself back in and understand that I'm passionate and I love what I do and I love people. I love you guys a lot. You guys look at this is my therapy. You guys are literally my therapist this morning, literally for free. And I thank you for that, sincerely. And my lesson is I've got strong values for whatever my values levels are. And it's so unfair and so wrong for me to put my values on anyone else. That's exactly what I don't want to do. Hella's right. I want to be more like, I told her at the end of my last comment to her was, I want to be more mushroom-like. I want to be more like a mushroom and less human. You know, and every day, if I could be a little less human and a little more natural, I swear that's really my goal. Like just to be a little bit less of more of a mushroom, because mushrooms they just don't judge us. You know what I mean? They just grow and they spread their spores when they're happy and they're in a great place. And that's all we want to do is just spread our spores. So mushrooms in the here and now. You nailed me last night, Hella. Smart girl. It was like we were having a philosophy discussion and it was beautiful. And you helped me through that. So thanks. Our crazy hours and find them so therapeutic. I thought I'd put an alarm and wake up to this. I don't set my alarm to get for anything else besides work. You know what? That's a blessing. I set my alarm for this too. There's a bunch of us. There's 30 of us out here setting our alarms for this because we like hanging out and we get our deal on. We've got 3 readings this morning. Thanks, Kim. Thank you. Thank you, and sincerely. And I wish you guys had the platform, honestly, if there was any way we could do this and just flip a camera around and let other people have mornings and have opportunities to get their stuff going and off their chest, God, that's what I would love. That's why I tried to get this reading thing going where we share readings, where every day somebody puts a reading in here and we get the involvement, get as many people involved, and it isn't the Pops show. There was a small accusation flying at me yesterday, another post. Oh, Pops is all about popularity. Pops is only doing this for the. God darn it. Of course I'm in front of the camera. Of course I have to act popular. Of course you have to do that. Somebody, not somebody, but that's the, when you trying to create a steamroller, when we're trying to create momentum, when we're trying to create a family, when we're trying to create a community of people like-minded mycologists that can grow at home and not depend on big pharma, somebody needs to put their little nose in the front. And if somebody else puts a nose in the front of me, I'll follow them. I swear, just put ourselves, whoever wants to go, big giraffes, let's go. And don't blame a big giraffe for being a big giraffe. Let's just go. And who's like looking around going, oh, that guy's too big a giraffe. He's like acting like a big giraffe. And how come he's a big giraffe? Really? We should be celebrating each other. We should be proud of each other for pushing the envelope for this thing. Let's go. We have a lot to do still. That's why we meet every morning, because we got stuff to do. And we're not supposed to be holding each other back and saying, oh, how come you're acting like you're the big... Really? Nobody cares about that part. What we care about is how do we get another tub out today? And if it means, swear to God, if it means putting a red clown nose on and standing out on the street with one of those signs, that's what we'll do. Readings. Beautiful readings this morning. We had 3, so let me get through them. I am sorry to say this morning, gosh, I have so much to say. Now I'm not. Remember, I told you I showed up here a little grumpy. I'm not grumpy anymore. Wow. Excuse me, I'm looking for my notes here. Yes. Entertain us is good. Okay, we're gonna get entertained now, Jeff. All right, okay. So we have a Brutal who's on here almost every morning and had a reading for today. Unfortunately, had a personal situation. I think it's okay with him if I tell that one of his very, very close friends, somebody that's been involved in heroin addiction, passed away yesterday. Very close friend of his, so he's having a difficult time with that, working, having to handle that. And so he won't be with us today, or maybe even for a couple more days this week. But he gave us his reading anyways. So I'm going to be glad to read that. We got a really nice reading from Glenn. Glenn, who's been joining us, and Glenn sent us something that's really, really cool. And Ariel sent us something. So let's get through those this morning. And not in a fast way. There's some really neat stuff in here. Okay, so our first one, and I believe this was from Ariel. Ariel, this was really a neat choice. So thank you. What is the best way to get... So I would love to answer your questions. I'm going to do these readings. If I don't get to a question, go to my DM and I will answer any questions anybody has over at my DM over the course of today. I'll get to every question anybody has. Promise, because I wasted a lot of our time this morning. Here we go. Here we go. This is from Terence McKenna, who's one of our godfathers in mycology, to me, quite a philosopher. What is important is to understand the true boundaries of reality, not the probable boundaries of possible future events. Although boundaries, conditions operate on the future, they are probabilistic constraints, not absolutely determined fact. We assume that 10 minutes hence, the room we are in will still exist. It is a boundary condition that will define the next 10 minutes in our space-time coordinate. But we cannot know who will be in the room 10 minutes hence. That is free to be determined. One may ask if we can really know that the room will exist in the future at any moment. This is where induction enters the picture, since in truth, we cannot know for certainty. There is absolutely no rigorous way of establishing that. But we can make the inductive leap of faith that has to do with accumulated experience. We project that the existence of the room will remain a boundary condition, but in principle, in the next 10 minutes, there could be an earthquake and this building could be left not standing. However, for that to happen, the boundary condition will have to be radically disrupted in some unexpected and improbable manner. What is so curious is that such a thing could occur. That's that reading. Boundary conditions. I'm going to pop back to this. I'm going to go through the other two readings, but this has a lot of interest to me. The whole concept of boundary conditions, because in a way, aren't you responsible for your own boundary conditions? Don't we create our own boundary conditions? Certainly there are those in the physical realm, but don't we create our own boundary conditions? Therefore, aren't we able to change them at a moment's notice? Because it's pretty cool, right? Here's another reading from this morning. This one is from Dr. Timothy Leary. And Timothy Leary, we know, early 60s, he was actually a Harvard professor and got involved in therapeutic use of psychedelic medicines. Very, very, very real research that was going on at the time, and it was legal until the FDA and American politics, mostly due to Big Pharma, decided to change the laws. Leary didn't dig the idea that the laws were changed, so he stayed researching and doing the stuff that they told him to stop doing. And he started researching on himself, became his own patient, and family and group of people that they hung out with, Ken Kesey and Leary and all those guys. And you talk about pioneers. You talk about people that were pushing the envelope, and for, in my opinion, my humble opinion, for the right reasons. So this guy right here is quite a guy. It's not like he ended up being real, making a whole lot of money at the deal. He didn't die rich. So, and he advanced quite a bit in terms of where we're at today and thinking of psychedelic drugs as even being therapeutic. Here's one of his neat, very, very popular quote of his. What this really was a tape that he did, and they transcribed it. Leary, admit it. You aren't like them. You're not even close. You may occasionally dress yourself up, You may occasionally dress yourself up as one of them, watch the same mindless television shows as they do, maybe even eat the same fast food sometimes. But it seems that the more you try to fit in, the more you feel like an outsider, watching the normal people go by as they go about their automatic existences. For every time you say club passwords like, have a nice day, and weather's awful today, you yearn inside to say forbidden things like, tell me something that makes you cry. Or, what do you think deja vu is for? Face it, you even want to talk to that girl in the elevator. But what if that girl in the elevator and the balding man who walks past your cubicle at work are thinking the same thing? Who knows what you might learn from taking a chance on a conversation with a stranger? Everyone carries a piece of the puzzle. Nobody comes into your life by mere coincidence. Trust your instincts. Do the unexpected. Find the others. Find the others. That was from Ariel. It's good stuff, Ariel. Find the others. We're others. And finding each other here this morning. No kidding. We're finding each other here this morning. When you think about it. And this is really cool. I'm like this, man. This is me into a T. I'm not kidding. I am a stranger. I go up to people. I'll ask them all kinds of crazy questions. I want to know. I like people. I want to get to know them. This find the other stuff is really cool. The girl in the elevator, I flirt the hell with her. I want to make her feel good about herself, and I walk away feeling good. I'm not kidding. It feels good. Be another. Don't be the same as the rest of them. Gosh, Glenn, find the others. And they're easy to find. We can spot each other. That was a good one. Let's just say, Leary, every facet, every department of your mind must be programmed by you. Unless you begin to program your own mind, the world will program it for you. Leary's right on. That was a great pull out on that quote. We program our own minds. I did it last night. I programmed myself to be a jerk. This morning, I'm going to reprogram it to be a better guy today. Talk about it. Confess your weaknesses, your flaws, clean up your side of the street, and get back to work. That's all I can do. That's all we can do. Here we go. One more. Gosh, this stuff is good. Good stuff. Now this one came from Brutal. Brutal again wasn't able to make it here this morning. Well, you guys have great positive thoughts for our pal Brutal. It's difficult when you lose good friends. Super, super difficult. Shoot some likes up there. Give me some likes. We got a lot of people out here, and the likes are going to help us on our analytics. Literally, I'm going to tell you guys right now. Let me tell you guys right now. We're at the most people we've ever had watching at a single time. Right now. Right now! And man, that makes me happy. It makes me happy because we're growing. We're growing. Just like our tubs. Okay? Here we go. Our other reading for today came from Brutal. It's very cool. Excuse me. It's very cool. Thank you, Dave. Love you too, bro. To the bottom of my heart, man. I need you guys. This is a family. We all need each other. And I thank you for letting me be the guy up here doing the talking. Today, Aesop's Fables. Aren't there some great fables? The Aesop Fable book. Some great fables. And they just work, right? So, Brutal had this one for us this morning. A lion lay asleep in the forest, his great head resting on his paws. A timid little mouse came upon him unexpectedly, and in her fright and haste to get away, ran across the lion's nose. Roused from his nap, the lion laid his huge paw angrily on the tiny creature to kill her. "Please spare me," begged the poor mouse. "Please let me go, and someday I will surely repay you." The lion was much amused to think that a mouse could ever help him. But he was generous, and he finally let the mouse go. Some days later, while stalking his prey in the forest, the lion was caught in the toils of a hunter's net. Unable to free himself, he filled the forest with his angry roaring. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion. The mouse knew the voice and quickly found the lion struggling in the net. Running to one of the great ropes that bound him, she gnawed it until it parted, and soon the lion was free. "You laughed when I said I would repay you," said the mouse. "Now you see that even a mouse can help a lion." I like being a mouse. Yeah, Hella. Yeah. Yeah. I like being a mouse. And you know what on that one there? Let's remember to repay people. People do nice things for us. Put it on your list. It's a good thing to remember. You know, it's a child's thing, but that's the Aesop fables are children. Oh, so here. You know how at the bottom of an Aesop fable they give you, oh, here's the object lesson. Here's what you're to learn from that. What's it say? A kindness is never wasted. So the lion's kindness wasn't wasted. Kindnesses aren't wasted. Sometimes you don't see the end result to them. You don't know the ripple effect of your kindness. I experienced it, experienced it just recently. A little example. Random compliment, told somebody that they look good. I forget what it was, but they like a nice shirt or whatever. They looked good. They went home feeling so good about themselves. They took their wife out on a date. And then after coming home from the date, they were so in love with each other, they ended up having a baby. Because the guy had a pretty shirt on. Felt good about himself. Went home and made love to his wife for the first time in forever. Had to tell me the next day, Pops. Random compliment this big. Little grain that we put on an agar plate. One little grain. We put it on an agar plate. You tell somebody something nice and they might just go home and get laid. I don't mean to be crude. I really don't mean to be crude. It's that real. Just be good, be kind. Right? And it's just one little grain on our agar plate. I have these beautiful plates going right now. Hella gave us some plates. Started one a few days ago. One grain. It was a colonized grain of rye. Boop. One grain right on the middle of the plate. It's the prettiest plate you've ever seen. Prettiest plate. You just going everywhere. And it just started with one little fella right in the middle. And it's the same thing. That's what I'm asking each other. Find some random thing to do. A random act of kindness. I did something silly last night on Instagram. It was 2:00 in the morning. I'm cranky. I don't want to be cranky anymore. I put a post up last night of 2 bottles of alcohol, rubbing alcohol next to each other. 70% alcohol. And I said, thank you, 70%. Thank you. We appreciate you. I use 70% alcohol in my lab every single day. And I've never said thank you to it before. And I know it sounds kind of silly, but it really wasn't silly as much as experiencing gratitude last night because I was so creepy. And I got a random compliment out of the way. I got through with one of my random compliments that I try to do every day. And I didn't even have a person in the house to compliment, so I'm going to compliment the alcohol. It sounds kind of silly, but it worked. And I get credit. Now I have credit on the universe for another random compliment. You can compliment anything. And I'm just using compliment as an example. You can be kind in so many ways. Okay, great morning. After you got through listening, after you got through with my therapy session, thank you for that. Giving me that therapy session this morning. What's OG saying? You all deserve growth, and every viewer, this is always such a great experience. Thank you, OG. Let me run through this. Who do we have? We got Ariel. We got Mushy Pop. We have Dave. That Man Stone. Jeff Coleman, Growing Family Matters. Kim. How you doing, Kim? Tree. Woo. There you are. Michael. Madness. Ree, how are you? Diane. Dean, I'm glad to see you back. Will. Anxiously waiting for your bags to come. Patience is something we grow, just like the shrooms. We grow our patience here, and it gets better and better. We get better at it. Hella, thanks for being here, girl. You helped me out last night. Mike Powers. How you doing, Richard? OG. Great readings today. Those were good. Mitch, can you be here tomorrow? I wonder if Mitch can be here tomorrow. If Mitch can be here tomorrow, I'd like him to shoot me a reading. Let me know, Mitch. And I'm going to ask Kim Kuehl at the same time. 2 readings tomorrow. Mitch and Kim. Tell me if those work for you. Mitch and Kim. If you guys are new, what you do is shoot over to my DM, Pop Shrooms 2 on IG. Just shoot me a copy of whatever you want us to read, and we'll read it out tomorrow. Mitch, you got one for us. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. And we've got anybody else? Yeah, Ree, we're gonna get some mushy pop action going on here. Just inoculated my first Ben's bag last night, trying to figure out how to keep my tent perfectly heated. Space heater down at the bottom of it, set it up for 78 degrees. Mitch, I don't know IG well. You'll figure it out. And if you don't at IG, you'll figure it out. Pop Shrooms 2, DM me a reading for tomorrow. And we had Kim. Kim hasn't been able to say yes. It's okay, Kim, if you can't make it tomorrow or aren't. Let me know. I'll pick somebody else here. Any Detroiters? I'm Detroiter right here. So I haven't had much luck with Uncle Ben's. Okay, so what I want you to do on Uncle Ben's, go over to YouTube, or we're on YouTube, go to my, get me about Discord. Okay, Discord stuff. Uncle Ben's, go to my videos here, Twist Tech. It's a little technique that I show and teach. I'm telling Louie, we got to meet then. You got to get over here. The Twist Tech, try it. I use it here. We use it. I've been teaching it, and I'm getting a lot of success rate on it. Uncle Ben's is never 100%. Some of them just don't catch. Some of them just won't catch. But Kim, you're in. Good deal. Thank you. Thank you very much. I know I put you on that. And I put you guys on the spot like that all the time, and you guys always come through. I'm so grateful. Louis, DM me over at over on the IG deal, and we'll figure out how to get you over here. It's a real simple deal. Okay. Clarkson Glenn, look at them. There are a lot of mycology people in Michigan. It's just that we're coming out of the woodwork. This is what we're supposed to be doing here. This is what I'm excited about today. I get excited when I find out there's going to be more people. This is exactly why we have this platform. So we can get more people involved. And the more people that leave here knowing what to do, they go out and teach more people too. So look at this. Yeah, look at Michigan's on fire. Love from London. Finn, how are you doing? Finn, thanks for joining us from London, you guys. We got a buddy from the other side of the pond here. They're coming out of the woodwork in the states that illegal. You know what? You know who's getting really strong? A state that's bringing it? New Jersey. I'm getting some real action out of New Jersey. We have some serious. What's sweet competition? What are we interested in? Talk to me. We have a few more minutes here. I usually go 40 minutes or so. What are we talking? Did I miss something? It's true. So far, I've mentioned 2 people. Mentored. Yes. Hella, you're somebody that I would love to know is mentoring out there because you just do beautiful stuff. A meetup. Okay. So we're still doing that. I'll talk about it for the next few, weeks until it's finalized. But we're going to have a Myco meeting here at the Mush Lab. And it sounds like there's going to be a whole lot of people coming here from Michigan, if not up from Pennsylvania and Ohio and Illinois. Party. Give me 10 party. I'll do a giveaway and send you guys home. 10 pops, let's have a party. 10 of them. And I'll pull out. I'm bribing you guys. Pops, let's have a party. Okay, that doesn't count, Jason. Okay, I will bring slants to trade. That's a good thing. Okay, so really cool. You know, it'd be really super cool. Bring your plates. Bring a stack of plates. Everybody sit down at the poker table with a stack of agar plates. You know what? It would be really shady of me to not continue. So even though we're not going to say, yes, let's have a party, we're still going to do our giveaway. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for the giveaway. For our giveaway. I'm going to total up the numbers of subscribers, followers, tubs we gave away, visitors, and students we had last week. Kim's finally at our party. Thanks for coming to the party, Kim. It's you and me alone, girl. Okay, so I'm going to total this number up. Okay, so the number is between 300 and 350. Okay? I'm changing the rules. Fire away with question numbers all you want. You have another 25 seconds. Shoot off numbers. Yeah, it's super laggy. Shoot off numbers, right? Okay, I'm going to give it another. Okay. All right. So let's close it. Give me 3 closes, you guys. Give me people out there the way we do it. I took a rip. I want to take a rip. Okay. Our story this morning. Mine won't. What are the numbers? The numbers are to my number between 300 and 350 without going over. And it looks like it might be Leonard. Nope, we got a 344. Lena's nailed it. Lena, you have it perfectly. 344. Lena's our winner. Lena Koroleva. Nice, pretty name. Lena, would you please DM me over at Pop Shrooms IG on IG, Pop Shrooms 2. You DM me your address. This goes out to you today. Okay? And then we have our readings for tomorrow with Kim and Mitch. This whole thing the scrolls aren't going good today and the reads aren't going good, and I'm sorry. We sure have had a good morning anyways. Anybody needs anything from Pops? Any questions, any help? Anything that you guys think I can do for you? I don't know if I can, but I sure will try. Hit me on the DMs. Love you. Thanks for your help getting me out of my crankiness this morning. Hope I can do something for you guys to get it back. And I will see you guys here tomorrow. And that's where we're at. Great readings today. That man, Ree, Ariel, Louie, Jason. You guys, man. Jackie. Yeah, it's stream issues. Hella, Grande. I'm just going to scroll through my friends, saying goodbye to all my friends here. Just had a really nice morning. You guys let me work through it, and hope you guys work through it too. You noticed I didn't even drink tea this morning. I sat down here without tea. Michael, you have a great day. Sweet, be good. Jackie, I haven't seen you here. Get back here tomorrow. You better be back here. Okay, love you guys. Pops, peace. Richard, just the mess. Peace, love. Kim, see you tomorrow. Mushy, talk to you later. Pops, peace. Jeff, I love that guy. Talk to you guys tomorrow. Miss you already. Pops, peace out.